Hello everyone, my name is Anshika Jain and I am working as a legal intern in Lexis & Law Company for the month of July. I hope all of us safe and staying well. Today I have come with another very important topic, that's the Uniform Civil Code. So my question is there a need for Uniform Civil Code? So I am going to discuss all it in a detailed way. I will give you a detailed analysis whether there is a need or not. So before starting, let's start with a very famous quotation by Swami Vivekanand, what he thinks about it. He says that, I see women around me. I see a fear of walking out of her home, of walking into her home. Uniform Civil Code promises to destroy the male dominance, patriarchy and male chauvinism. It is definitely not the panacea, but perhaps the first step towards achieving equality. Now let's understand this in a more detailed and analysis way. The Uniform Civil Code has recently been the subject of controversy in India. As a democratic country, we have a series of laws covering a range of aspects. We have a wide range of religions in India, each with its own set of laws. Our Indian Constitution contains a particular article on the Uniform Civil Code, but it is not being followed. Every law varies from community to community, but they are all being challenged because of biases in various of cases. The term Uniform Civil Code refers to unification of all personal laws into a codified uniform law that governs all the citizens equally and without prejudice. The main goal of the Uniform Civil Code is to apply the same set of civil laws to all the citizens in society in accordance with the Constitution. It should apply to everyone regardless of their religion, color, caste or sect. Now let's understand the Uniform Civil Code definition. So according to Article 44 of the Indian Constitution, Uniform Civil Code for the citizens, the state shall endeavour to secure the citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of the India. The term Uniform Civil Code refers to the body of rules that govern all aspects of personal laws regarding to marriage, maintenance, divorce and property for all the citizens of India regardless of gender or religion. It is a body of secular civil law that is unaffected by personal law. It aims to keep personal laws distinct from religious legislation in order to protect the nation's integrity and unity. Now, what are the other various provisions? The purpose of enacting a uniform civil code was to ensure that all the citizens are treated equally under the law. The question is, will it be implemented throughout the India? With the exception of Goa, there is still no unified civil law in India. Goa is the only state with a uniform civil code. Goa was previously a Portuguese territory and the Portuguese civil code was followed. So the provisions of Goa civil code includes, first, the marriage should be defined as a civil contract. The second one, everything owned by the married couple before and after marriage becomes common property after marriage, and the spouse is entitled to half of the common property in the event of divorce. In such instances, the code allows for prenuptial agreements. Third is, both boys and girls, they have equal property right, and the last one says that parents do not have the right to completely disinherit the children. Now let's understand what are the various challenges regarding the Uniform Civil Code. Article 25 of the Indian Constitution is the key hindrance to the implementation of the Uniform Civil Code. The implementation of the Uniform Civil Code is opposed by the country's minorities who invoke Article 25 as a defense. Article 25 of the Indian Constitution guarantees religious freedom, which is a very important fundamental right. A person is free to practice and propagate his or her chosen religion under this article. Religious activities that are widespread in community, personal laws, they are continued to be practiced. These communities argue that Article 25, the right to freedom of religious, allows them to control their personal laws. The implementation of the Uniform Civil Code is being challenged as a violation of Article 25 of the Constitution. Article 44 is merely a directive principle of state policy that is not enforceable in courts, whereas Article 25 is a fundamental right that is enforceable. Now let's understand the various important cases regarding the Article 44. The issue of uniformity in personal marriage laws was questioned in Miss Jordan Diendia versus S.S. Chopra. In this case, the Supreme Court noted that regulations relating to marriage, like judicial separation, divorce, are not universal. It is also underlined the importance of having uniform procedures in place, such as irreversible breakup of marriage and mutual consent for divorce, to be applied irrespective of all religion. The second important case was Sarla Mudgal case, where it was held that bigamy is punishable under section 494 of the Indian Penal Code. Muslims, on the other hand, they are excluded from their authority because their own legislation, that is the Shariat law, it permits the polygamy. Now let's understand the recent instances. We know that the government, that is the Bharatiya Janata Party, they've already taken moves to address the issues of the triple talaq in Article 370. A law also prohibiting triple talaq was also being passed. The Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act 2019 makes triple talaq a crime. In August 2019, the Government of India has also issued a constitutional order superseding Article 370, which grants special status to the provisions of Jammu and Kashmir. After a resolution has been passed, two-thirds of majority in both the houses of parliament, it allows to Indian laws it to be applied in the Jammu and Kashmir. So we can understand that with these two incidents, it sparked a media debate about a universal civil code. It is also assumed that the legislation is moving toward a uniform civil code based on these two examples. Now let's understand with very important and a recent judgment that's passed in the Wednesday, that is the Delhi High Court judgment. It says that Justice Pratibha M. Singh, a single judge, stated that Indian society has become more homogeneous. Youth from various community, tribes, caste or religions, they should not be compelled to deal with challenges originating from conflicts in numerous personal laws, particularly in regard to marriage and divorce. So, through these all judgments, we can understand that this hope expressed that Article 44 of the Constitution, that the state shall secure for its citizens uniform civil code, should not remain a mere hope, the court added. So I hope all of you have understood we really required a uniform civil code, because the concept behind the uniform civil code is vast and should be fully comprehended, because we know that law is dynamic, it keeps on changing, and uniform civil doesn't end with the codification of Hindu personal laws. This is a problem that must be addressed. So the only uniform code that is not uniform in nature is the Goa Civil Code. So I hope soon in India we have our own civil code and that will be implemented without any problem. Thank you very much.